Welcome to our YouTube video, The Armenian Genocide, Turkey's Forgotten Massacre. In this video, we delve into a harrowing chapter of history that is often overlooked and neglected, the Armenian Genocide perpetrated by the Ottoman Empire in the early 20th century. Join us as we uncover the truths, shed light on the forgotten tragedy, and explore the impact of denial on remembrance and reconciliation. Let's embark on a journey of understanding, commemoration, and advocacy for justice as we remember the victims and honor their legacy. The Armenian Genocide, perpetrated by the Ottoman Empire in the early 20th century, represents a haunting segment of history often marginalized or minimized. Commencing in 1915, the systematic annihilation of the Armenian populace resulted in the deaths of approximately 1.5 million Armenians through methods including mass killings, coerced deportations, and various other brutalities. Despite being widely acknowledged by historians and scholars as the inaugural modern genocide, the Armenian Genocide frequently receives less attention than other atrocities such as the Holocaust, leading to a pervasive lack of awareness and comprehension among the general populace. This video endeavors to illuminate the overlooked tragedy of the Armenian Genocide and Turkey's role in either denying or downplaying the atrocities perpetrated against the Armenian people. By delving into the historical context, pivotal events, and enduring ramifications of this genocide, the aim is to pay homage to the victims, memorialize their legacy, and foster awareness regarding the significance of acknowledging and confronting past atrocities. Through an examination of this somber chapter in history, the intention is to catalyze conversations, cultivate understanding, and advocate for justice and accountability for the victims and their descendants. Exploring the historical context of the Armenian Genocide. The Armenian Genocide, also recognized as the Armenian Holocaust, denotes a period characterized by systematic mass killings and deportations of Armenian civilians orchestrated by the Ottoman Empire during World War I. Unfolding between 1915 and 1923, this tragic episode culminated in the demise of an estimated 1.5 million Armenians. Rooted in centuries of tension and conflict between Armenians and the Ottoman Empire, the genocide was underpinned by discrimination and persecution of Armenians by Ottoman authorities. Despite their minority status within the empire, Armenians had coexisted peacefully for centuries, contributing significantly to its cultural and economic fabric. The outbreak of World War I in 1914 provided the Ottoman Empire with an opportune moment to execute long-standing plans of ethnic cleansing and Armenian population eradication. Viewing Armenians as impediments to their nationalist aspirations, the Ottoman government, led by the Committee of Union and Progress, CUP, perceived the war as a means to eliminate this perceived threat. The commencement of the Armenian Genocide on April 24, 1915, witnessed the arrest and execution of hundreds of Armenian intellectuals and community leaders in Constantinople by the Ottoman government, marking the inception of a systematic campaign to deport and exterminate Armenians across the empire. Forced removals, arduous marches to concentration camps, and egregious acts including rape, torture, and mass killings epitomize the genocide's barbarity. Addressing perpetrators and victims of the genocide. The Armenian Genocide stands as a harrowing testament to the atrocities committed by the Ottoman Empire, specifically the Turkish government under the aegis of the Committee of Union and Progress, CUP, also known as the Young Turks. Seizing power in 1908, the Young Turks sought to homogenize Turkey by obliterating minority groups, with Armenians bearing the brunt of their genocidal agenda. The victims of the Armenian Genocide predominantly encompass the Armenian populace, subjected to unfathomable horrors at the hands of their oppressors. Men, women, and children endured forced marches to desolate concentration camps, where they faced starvation, thirst, and brutality from Turkish soldiers and local militia. The aftermath of the genocide witnessed survivors grappling with trauma, displacement, and profound loss. Churches, schools, and communal centers were razed, eroding Armenian cultural identity and communal bonds. The diaspora resulting from the genocide scattered Armenians worldwide, posing challenges to cultural preservation and integration into foreign societies. Despite irrefutable evidence and survivor testimonies, Turkey has vehemently denied the Armenian Genocide, resorting to historical revisionism and suppression of dissent. The refusal to acknowledge this dark chapter in history perpetuates intergenerational trauma and undermines efforts towards reconciliation and justice. Analyzing effects of the genocide on Armenian communities. The Armenian Genocide exerted profound and enduring effects on Armenian communities worldwide, precipitating trauma, displacement, and cultural disintegration. Survivors and their descendants grappled with psychological scars, disrupted familial bonds, and cultural erasure. The diaspora resulting from the genocide necessitated the rebuilding of Armenian communities in foreign lands, engendering challenges in cultural preservation and integration. The loss of cultural institutions and communal spaces further exacerbated the erosion of Armenian identity, necessitating grassroots efforts to foster cultural continuity and resilience. Despite facing historical denial and systemic erasure, Armenian communities have demonstrated remarkable resilience, advocating for recognition, justice, and remembrance. The validation of the Armenian Genocide by international entities underscores the significance of acknowledging historical truths and combating revisionism. Examining denial and recognition of the genocide. Turkey's persistent denial of the Armenian Genocide perpetuates historical injustice, hindering reconciliation and perpetuating intergenerational trauma. Despite overwhelming scholarly consensus and international recognition, Turkey continues to evade accountability, undermining the principles of truth and justice. The importance of acknowledging and confronting the Armenian Genocide lies in honoring the memory of the victims, preventing future atrocities, and fostering reconciliation. By confronting historical denial and advocating for recognition, we can ensure that the voices of the past are heard and that justice is served for those who suffered. In conclusion, the Armenian Genocide remains a poignant reminder of the consequences of unchecked hatred and intolerance. Remembering and acknowledging this tragic chapter in history is paramount to preventing future atrocities and fostering reconciliation. It is through collective efforts to honor the memory of the victims and seek justice that we can ensure that the Armenian Genocide is never forgotten. Thank you for joining us in this important conversation.